Volo. I could try a Sicilian. I want to get an e6 Sicilian if I can. Well, that's a bit of a shock. Normally, players have a move ready for the Sicilian. I just saw one of these. The towel gambit against the Grand Prix Sicilian Grand Prix attack. Oh yeah, you take back with the knight. That's the and he's going to defend it. Yeah, so this is supposed to be a good gambit for black. Let's see if I can figure out why. Well, these pawns aren't so impressive, but and there's a weakness here. Let's start undermining and developing. Yeah, I think that's one of the weaknesses is this point here. Let's get castled, yeah. Good idea. So if I could get a bishop to that square, that'd be pretty good. Can pile up on this square, right? Knight here, knight here. I can't take it. Queen here first. Goes there. Interesting. So bishop here, targeting this pawn. And then kick the knight back. Didn't want to give up that bishop. Knight here is a playable move too now. It's my queen. It's the queen and this bishop here. Okay. Let's keep this pressure on. Force him to take. Now pressure here. And, oh, now he can go back there because I'm not threatening to take here. Knight here, yeah, still a problem. So let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Also, knight here, knight takes, queen takes, a check. Might be interesting at some time. So yes, gambit seems to resemble the Scandinavian, doesn't it? Okay, queen here check directly, knight here, or knight here. I think if I go knight here, then I end up, this bishop has nowhere to go where I can't trade it for a knight. Okay, he's holding on to that pawn. He is desperately clinging to that pawn, but maybe trying too hard. Yeah, got to be flexible and look for what opportunities your opponent presents you. But it's just supposed to be a good gambit for black, so let's take that. And no need to give him this pawn, right? So we're up the exchange. There's still a check here. The knight's covering the check now. Queen can still take here. He could advance the pawn and I would take it with the pawn. Yeah, if I get the pawn back, then I'm just up in exchange for no compensation. And his development has fallen behind. The bishop is still blocking the rook. So I guess I played the gambit okay. Yeah, he brings the queen out. Now, if I take here, brings the bishop out, I'm not threatening here because it's defended by the queen. If he puts a rook here, I can take it. I will take here. And, oh, double rooks maybe. Knight here looks good as well. But check, take, check. He blocks. And then bring the knight in. Or just step up here and take... oh, I can't do that. His knight's guarding this square. Okay, let's get rid of one rook. And bring the knight in, like I said. Yeah, it's not a bad spot for his bishop. I want to put some pressure here, but I can't go here. It's covering this square. Now I can put some pressure here, right? And I can attack this one. Just gotta mop him up here. And I can attack this one. He can actually defend that with a knight, can't he? Yep. Okay, well, this puts pressure on the knight at least, and I can maneuver my knight around to some square, this square, I guess. Or I could just bring my king out. Let's get rid of that bishop. It's a menace. Okay. And then, is he going to trap my rook? This actually is looking mildly scary. I need to get my king into a good position so I can maybe give up that rook. I don't think he can trap it though. Okay, I think I need to play this move so I can get my king here. Knock out this pawn, basically. And bring my king around to attack his knight. Ah, so he goes first with the attack. He attacks me while I can't step up. So let's go back here. Step up this way. Still knocking out this pawn is my idea. So the king can enter. I could have maybe escaped with my rook there, but looks like he's helping me escape with the rook anyway. Boy, he's really being stubborn. Okay, lost on time. You know, he could still, let's go to the analysis board. He could still go here. Here. And then try to dissolve the pawns over here. But in the final position, he played here. I went there. It's his turn. What does the computer say? Computer says I'm winning. He goes here. I should go here. I shouldn't take the pawn. I should hold on to my pawn. Yeah, that's the way to keep my best chances alive. And my rook is liberated now, so it will be able to come into the game. So if we turn this off, go back to the beginning, just to show you. That's the Tal gambit, and that's trying to hold on to it. So if we turn this on, it recommends putting the knight here, and then you can take, and it's an even game. You can see it's even slightly in favor of black. And if he plays as he did in the game with the pawn up, then this is the gambit, and you can see it's also good for black in the computer estimation. Now, I don't know if I kept the advantage all the way, but pushing that pawn up was a good idea. So putting pressure, developing your pieces, getting castled. Yeah, it looks like it didn't like my queen move. It likes, what, rook e8? Rook e8 makes sense. Bishop c7. Well, maybe the queen is going to come up here. But also that does put more pressure on here. Or h6 to keep his knight out of this square. Okay, so I kept an advantage and I played it mostly correctly. Anyway, that's good. Was there anything else I wanted to look at? Oh yeah, here, before he gave up his, so I took, he could take back in various ways. Let's see what the evaluation is here. Yeah, it's starting to get much better for black. So queen takes, then rook fe1, but also this is gone. Yeah, just even though I'm still a pawn down, it's just a good position for black. Okay, let's see if we can play a rapid game here. Anyway, nice example of how to play the Tal gambit, I think. And it's similar, as I said during the game, it's similar to the Scandinavian gambit in some ways. Okay, I'm going to try the Reti here with knight f3. And play the Reti gambit even. Bad angel. Okay, I'm going to just round up that pawn right away. And here we are. Let's see what he does. He's got a good rating here. I might be in for a shellacking. Yeah, that's a very direct move. Okay, I would like the knight to stay here. I was checking to see if there's anything here. There is a bishop check here, but I guess I can block it. Queen. There is no queen check because the knight is here. So I think maybe a fianchetto, pawn here, bishop here, and castle. And Bad Angel is formulating his plan. He's got, I do have knight. No, I don't. Do I? Yeah, I do have knight to g4 now that I played this pawn up. The bishop supports it there, and it aims at this. And if I get knight g4, and then he can't play this move, that's why I say I have to play knight g4 before he plays this one, if I'm going to play it. But he got that move in. So knight g4 maybe I could play later. Question is, if I go here and he plays knight to b4, I go all the way back. Is there any danger there? Is there a better move? Maybe queen over here is better, just to keep the knight pinned. And I can still get to c2 in a move. But I like to have the pawn on a3 here to stop this knight from coming in before I put the queen on c2. So I still want to fianchetto the bishop, castle, develop knight to c3, bring this bishop out somewhere, here or here, maybe. And also a3 and queen here. So, well, I have a lot of moves I'd like to play. And it's black's turn. He's thinking about this position. Well, that's what you want. You want to get your opponent into a position where he has to think. I'm going to keep this knight g4 idea in my back pocket. He can stop it at any time by playing, knight g5 I mean. He can stop it at any time by playing h6 or f6. So. But I don't think it's that urgent. It's a tempo for him, and I'll just develop. I mean, it's not that impressive if I go here and he just moves the bishop. I don't know if I've accomplished very much. It would have been better with the queen here and knight here. Might have been interesting. But he didn't give me time to do that. Now, one thing I was not thinking about when I played the pin, I was just thinking about what's a good square for my queen, but it did undefend the e-pawn. So this is hanging, I guess. I mean, sometimes there's tricks, so if he could suddenly unpin. If he could unpin with tempo, then I would lose the knight. Yeah, say knight takes pawn, bishop here, but bishop here to unpin, I just take the bishop with my knight. Yeah, I think that pawn really is hanging. He can defend it with his bishop, develop and defend. He could unpin immediately, that would also defend it. Well, I mean, I like that he was thinking about his strategy in the opening, but this is A little bit too much, isn't it? It's not that difficult. I guess he just doesn't want to. Just doesn't want to play the defensive move, huh? It's not a bad move, bishop to d6, develop a piece, prepare to castle, bishop d6, knight f6, castle. You know, his development is faster than mine, I think, because my fianchetto takes 2 moves and I castle and I still have my whole queenside to develop. So it's not like this is a bad position for black. I think black is fine. And with just normal developing moves. Yeah, my opponent did let his time run out after playing 5 moves. That is pretty awful. And also, it's not a bad position for him. Let's turn this on. Minus 0.6, yes. It's actually better for black if he does the normal thing of bishop to d6, like I was saying. I was wondering here. Okay, this was a possibility. Go here and you're threatening this pawn and this pawn. But what happens after that? You go here. It kicks you. And you can't take because of this move. It's a nice little trick there. Queen runs and then he's got the fork. Or he could continue hassling the queen. So so the move I played was fine. And that's how the game ended. So let's look at this. I think maybe the computer doesn't really like the Reti gambit at all. Or maybe it doesn't like that. No, it's all even. It doesn't like me taking there. Okay, because I did just go back to that point. It says the best move here is e3. That's interesting. I would not play e3. I think I would still play it this way. It's the purpose is to get into a position where you know, your opponent is not familiar with it, so just keep playing like this. So. But it is, just to be forewarned, it is slightly better for black if black just develops. Because my development, as I was saying in my commentary, my development is just a little bit slow. Think of all the moves I'd have to play here. And maybe even queen back here. So that's 1, 2, oh, and castling, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including the queen. Whereas he could complete his development in 1, 2, 3 moves. He could be castled and have all his pieces out. So, yeah, pretty decent position for black. But, well, you got to play the game. If you don't play, you don't win. And I don't think I'm going to play another game, even though that was very short. But it was too annoying to have to wait 10 minutes while this clock ran out. So I'll see you all next time. Bye now.